Right now at 10, residential relief, how newly proposed legislation would limit rent increases around the state.
And a pickup truck splashing into Lake Onalaska, where it fell through the ice, and the fishermen who sprung into action.
Plus, a high school hockey game becomes a crime scene in Rhode Island. The deadly shooting police are calling a targeted attack.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. Democratic lawmakers are pushing to keep housing affordable in Wisconsin with a new bill targeting manufactured home communities. The proposal caps annual rent increases at 2 or 4% depending on inflation. It also requires owners to notify residents of potential sales and give them 60 days to submit an offer. Most people in mobile home parks own their house and pay to rent the land underneath.
It truly is a far more affordable option for people than having to pay what has become a very difficult time to purchase a home.
The goal is to prevent companies from pricing people out of their homes. The bill also requires owners to pass state inspections to ensure communities are being maintained.
Tomorrow is spring primary election day, and multiple area school districts could see competitive races. In Westby, David Egan, Peter Eng, and Toby Wood are vying for seat 6 on the school board. The top 2 advance to the spring election. In Soldiers Grove, Katie Dobson, Jill Quandal, and Harrison Heilman are competing for 2 village trustee spots. Polls open at 7 a.m. and we'll have continued coverage and results tomorrow night.
Western Wisconsin Congressman Derek Van Orden visiting Altoona today. He's touting a $2.25 million investment secured for the city's water system project. The funding will help provide clean and reliable water service to approximately 170 mobile home lots in Hillcrest Estates. Officials say without the upgrades, hundreds would be at risk of losing their homes.
To be productive members of our society and participate in our economy, they have to have a place to live. And this is one of the best things that we've been able to accomplish since I've been in office.
The water system will be owned by the city, and Hillcrest Estates will maintain it.
Wisconsin governor candidate Kelda Roys is visited the region today, making stops at Sprouts Child Care and the Hunger Task Force in La Crosse and Westby Creamery. Roy spent the day discussing her hopes to raise wages, lower costs, and prioritize child care across the state.
I know that early childhood education is important for every single family. It's also important for our workforce because parents need to know that their kids are safe so that they can go to work. And it's also important to make sure that young kids are ready to learn and thrive when they enter school.
Roy's also touted her proposed state health insurance plan, KeldaCare.
Fellow Democratic hopeful David Crowley made a stop in La Crosse today as well. The current Milwaukee County executive says the next governor needs to respond to local communities' needs, something he says his current job has prepared him for.
One of the reasons why we continue to see communities all across Wisconsin go to referendum to make sure that they have adequate resources. And if the state is going to put the burden on local units of government, this is unsustainable moving forward. And as the next governor, I think it's extremely important that we strengthen that partnership for all local municipalities.
He also supported the idea of returning some state surplus money to residents and using some to fill municipal needs. For more on his priorities, head to news8000.com. Well, developing news out of Rhode Island, 2 people are dead and 3 in critical condition after a shooting at a Rhode Island hockey game today.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us in the newsroom with the latest details. JDS.
Yeah, police say when they arrived, the shooter was also dead from what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A youth hockey game at this arena turned deadly Monday afternoon. It took place at Pawtucket, just north of Providence, Rhode Island. Officials say the gunman died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound after firing shots.
It was like pop, pop, and I thought it was balloons, but it just kept going, and it was actually gunshots. And after the gunshots, me and my teammates ran right to the locker room, and we just bunkered up.
We have 3 deceased, the suspect, and then we have 2 victims. And then we have 3 at the hospital that were part of the incident that, no, they were not trampled, that they were shot.
Officials say the gunman appears to have been targeting members of his own family.
You could see some of the parents watching the players kind of roam and could feel and ask them, how are you doing? And you could see the tears starting to come down and the parents hugging their kids.
The shooting rattling an already on-edge community. The hockey rink is about 5 miles north of Brown University's engineering building, where a 48-year-old man killed 2 students and wounded 9 other people back in December.
This is devastating. You know, you hear about an event that happened very similar 2 months ago at Brown. It's so shocking. You know, it's heartbreaking.
After the shooting, Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee said in a statement online, "I'm praying for Pawtucket and everyone involved." Now, there's still no official word on the identities of the victim, but we will continue to provide updates as they become available. Live in the newsroom, Jadis McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadis. A pickup truck breaking through the ice at Schaefer's Landing.
Yeah, witnesses say the vehicle drove close to a spring where the ice was thinner. When it fell through the ice, it got caught on an underwater structure, keeping it from fully submerging. The only occupant in the car was able to escape without injuries and was treated by first responders.
It was a little scary because you could definitely tell he was in shock after the fact, but we were able to get him to the landing to be seen by the first responders.
Anderson says other vehicles were driving closer to the middle of the water where the ice is thicker.
Yeah, something like this happening in the midst of a warm-up that we've been seeing the last few days, Greg, but that may not last too much longer.
Yeah, you got a couple more days of mild 40s and 50s for most areas through Wednesday, and then things begin to change, especially going to Thursday and Friday. Overall, we've seen temperatures lower back into the 20s or 30s. Not going to be much change beyond this, given we're going to have more cloud cover coming in, so don't expect a bigger drop than they are currently. Some areas have gotten down in the upper 20s. There's a front to the south, which actually produced a little bit more cloud cover in southern Wisconsin, but there's more clouds further to the west. Notice Mankato, a lot of these areas have actually started to come up a little bit or stable, including Austin. So expect temperatures to maybe slowly rise later tonight a little bit, 1 to 2 degrees. So overall, these are your whole low temperatures, probably earlier in the night after midnight, then kind of steady or maybe going up a degree or 2 as we wake up. It's going to be cloud cover, definitely increasing, and the wind, especially by noon, you'll get over 15, and that's going to be the big story for Tuesday, remaining dry, but also Eau Claire seeing cloud cover becoming really overcast by noon, getting all the way up to 45, but that wind is going to start picking up too as that system begins to approach to the area. And yes, we do have rain and wind Tuesday, but later in the week, we got some definite winter conditions returning too. So we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, La Crescent Hoka school staff spent the morning learning what it's like to live in poverty. Great Rivers United Way hosted a poverty simulation. Staff were assigned roles in families facing challenges like unemployment and tight budgets. And the goal is to help teachers understand what their students may go through.
I think that's all what it's about, is the perspective piece, is trying to get everyone to understand and get a little different perspective on what some of the families within our community are going through.
According to United Way, 32% of Houston County residents struggle to meet basic needs.
North and Spence Elementary students celebrated the Chinese New Year. Students in UW-La Crosse's Chinese program are leading an after-school Chinese club at the elementary schools. Today's special session celebrated the holiday with Chinese traditions, offering a fun opportunity to learn more about the language and culture.
Chinese New Year is celebrated all over the whole country. So let's just share with them, like, what do people do? Why do people do that? And what's the meaning behind it?
Today was the club's third session with the elementary school.
And students at Crucifixion School in La Crescent celebrating their annual Mardi Gras Carnival fundraiser. Each year, the gym is transformed into a carnival, featuring food, games, and bounce houses to celebrate the holiday. Organizers expected around 150 kids to attend.
Part of our biggest fundraiser, the funds for this go towards anything our school needs. So it allows us to pay for the field trips, for the buses, busing them to the field trips. If teachers need, a new program, they can come to PTO and we can help supply that.
The event has been a school staple since the 1960s. Team USA won its 18th and 19th medals today at the Winter Olympics.
That includes gold for 41-year-old bobsledder Alana Myers-Taylor, now the oldest American woman to win gold at the Winter Olympics. Myers-Taylor describes the mental state that drives her success on the ice.
When I'm actually in race mode and competition, I don't think about anything. My mind goes completely blank, and I'm just fully in the moment, fully present. And I think that what keeps bringing me back is there's very few times in life that you can be that present.
Also today, the U.S. women's hockey team crushed Sweden 5-0, moving them to the gold medal match on Thursday. Team USA is currently sitting in third place overall in the Winter Olympics, behind Norway and Italy.
Still to come, 3 weeks and counting in the search for Nancy Guthrie, the evidence that gives investigators new hope.
Plus, the death of a Hollywood legend, a look back at Robert Duvall's career.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, you spend 1/3 of your life sleeping or trying to sleep if you're anything like me. We'll show you how to make the most of it. And Art's got a cooler week for us when we see you at 5 a.m.
Maxwell White Water Conditioning is the Cooley region's trusted leader in water conditioning. From hardness to chlorine to iron, we eliminate it all for cleaner and healthier water. When you need the best, call the experts. Call Maxwell White.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 48. Hard water causes scale buildup, dry skin, and stained laundry. If you see these signs, call us at 608-781-8088.
Oscar-winning actor Robert Duvall has died at age 95. Duvall's publicist says he passed peacefully at his Virginia home. The actor had a 6-decade career starring in The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. Duvall made his film debut as Boo Radley in 1962's To Kill a Mockingbird. His family asked those honoring his memory to watch a great film, share stories with friends, or take a countryside drive.
The FBI is analyzing male DNA found on a black glove roughly 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home.
Investigators are now trying to match it to the unknown male DNA found inside the house. CBS News' Andres Gutierrez is in Tucson with the latest.
Savannah Guthrie posted her latest video message after the search for her 84-year-old mother, Nancy, enters a 3rd week.
It is never too late to do the right thing. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being.
Time is crucial in the investigation into Guthrie's abduction. According to sources, a tracking device mounted on a helicopter has been used in hopes of detecting signals from Guthrie's pacemaker.
Amid the desperate search, the Pima County Sheriff announced that Nancy Guthrie's family and their spouses have been ruled out as possible suspects in her disappearance.
In a statement, he wrote, quote, "The family has been nothing but cooperative and gracious and are victims in this case." The FBI says one potential lead is a recovered glove that appears to match those seen on the suspect in the home surveillance camera video.
If they're able to match the DNA from inside that residence with the glove they found on the outside, then that's where you got the home run.
The sheriff confirms investigators are reviewing surveillance video from Walmart stores, which has provided records of every Ozark Trail hiker backpack purchased online and in stores over the past several months, and says the clothing, including the suspect's face mask, also came from Walmart and possibly the same location. Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Tucson, Arizona.
A father has gone on trial today for his alleged part in a deadly school shooting his son is accused of carrying out in 2024. Colin Gray faces nearly 30 charges, including murder and involuntary manslaughter. He's accused of buying the rifle and ammunition his then 14-year-old son Colt allegedly used to kill 4 people at his Georgia high school after police had questioned the teen about making threats. Attorneys gave opening statements this morning.
This is a case about his actions and the horrific consequences of them.
The state will ask you to connect dots after the fact using hindsight. Dots that became visible only after the shooting itself.
Gray has pleaded not guilty to all charges. 2 students and 2 teachers were killed in the shooting and 9 others injured.
The Epstein files continuing to send shockwaves around the world. Around 300 names appeared in newly released documents, including President Trump, who spoke with Palm Beach police about Epstein in 2006. Norway's former prime minister has been charged with gross corruption. And in the UK, new calls to investigate Prince Andrew, including allegations he leaked state secrets to Epstein.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fall spring is coming to an end as winter is going to be coming back with rain, wind, and yes, snow back in the forecast this week. We'll explain it all out coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when inspiration stirs, we'll have what you need at prices that help make it happen. During our big pet care event, 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand Easy Scoop cat litter, 2 for $15. $5 off assorted Diamond Naturals dog food. Plus, rewards members get free same-day local delivery on pet orders of $49 or more. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses. Adjustable bases and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room. Scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, we've got it all. Playful daycare, cozy overnight boarding, and a boutique full of treats, toys, and gear. Your pup gets love, care, and plenty of tail-wagging fun. And you get peace of mind. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, if you look where we should be for average high temperatures this year, we continue to climb up as you would expect during middle of February. Right now our average is right around freezing for La Crosse, a little bit cooler for Eau Claire, but we haven't been anywhere close to that. We've been more like the early April type conditions too. But we are going to get to that too by the end of this week and actually maybe go down a little bit below average towards the weekend. In the meantime, all this activity out west, this is what we're going to start to see over the next couple days as one and another system come eject out of the area of all that activity out to the west, which they desperately needed all the snow and precipitation too. Eventually that is going to come east, hit us with 2 systems, potentially one close maybe this weekend too, but we are going to get some precipitation here going on, which we do need. We haven't seen too much in the last really 30 days. Overall temperatures tomorrow are still going to be mild, just maybe 4 to 5 degrees less. The bigger story will be the wind out of the east. You'll definitely feel that in the afternoon and evening. More cloud cover, but overall still well above average, just maybe not quite the numbers that we saw today. So as we look at the conditions starting off in the morning hour, there's going to be a lot of high clouds, but there is some pockets of potential low clouds here and there. I don't see too much of an issue there, but otherwise you're going to see increasing cloud cover throughout the morning hours. Temperatures will continue to climb. They're actually going to probably climb towards the sunrise and then really precipitation doesn't come into play until we get well into the afternoon, closer to evening, when we'll start seeing a band of precipitation start to develop. It's all going to be rain right now. The wintry mix potential really is east of the area because they'll be able to cool down a little bit before this precipitation reaches. We'll see bands begin to push up. It's really going to start focusing more Eau Claire northward, and that wintry mix you can see hanging just barely onto Rusk County, probably north of Ladysmith. Those are the areas we'll be concerned with it. Otherwise, everyone else is going to be seeing rain. Less as you go further south. We'll see rounds of showers and potentially a few thunderstorms too could come up as this lifts up. Most of the precipitation for a lot of areas kind of tapers off after about 3 to 4, with this last band probably coming up towards I-94 just before the morning commute. And then really it's going to be mainly dry on Wednesday. Most of the wraparound moisture with the system stays north, but we could see a few showers. And further south you go, potentially you could see a little bit more in the way of sunshine too. Wednesday's high is really going to be in the 50s still due to the winds too, and really warm overnight conditions too that we'll actually see. Much cooler as you go further north, as you see more low 40s or even upper 30s towards Rusk County, where they could see a little bit on and off precipitation in the afternoon. As we go into Thursday too, that gets more cooler. We're going to start seeing temperatures back in the 40s as we get this northeast wind. It's going to be mainly dry until we get to the evening hour as a system lifts up to the north, and this one is traveling further south, which puts us on the colder side of things too. And this is where we think we're going to see mainly snow north of I-90 for most of the night. Kind of forgot the most of the night. Rain to snow transition along and south of I-90, and that means I think we will see some slick or snowy travel Friday morning. Accumulation, we're going to be expecting some. We'll just have to keep an eye on this one. This one does bear a little watching as we go throughout. So more to come as we get closer to that one. Otherwise, yes, enjoy the mild conditions because the temperatures do fall off Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday, we actually might stay below freezing on both Sunday and Monday, especially as you go further north, which at that point is actually below average because we should be in the low to mid 30s, and we will start getting a little milder towards Tuesday once again. So enjoy the next couple days because it's back to winter.
Back to reality.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Badgers back on the radar of the national media after a couple big wins. Plus, UW La Crosse names its next head football coach. Jacob is next.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
It's Ashley's biggest mattress sale of the year. Shop incredible President's Day deals now through Monday. Get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase, or pay no interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Ends Monday, only at Ashley.
Menards 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Morton Water Softener's Wi-Fi integration allows for tracking and alerts, putting you in control of your water. This water softener is a value of $577.96 after rebate. We have a great selection of Richmond electric and gas water heaters ready to take home today. This tankless water heater is a value of $1049.99 after rebate. Hurry in, the 11% rebate is here.
Save big money at Menards.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. And Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Now lease a new Ford F-150 for just $359 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open.
You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
Ashley's President's Day sale is finally here. Now through Monday, shop incredible doorbuster deals starting at just $199. Or take advantage of no money down with no interest for 60 months. Now through Monday, only at Ashley.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
Well, after a long search, the UW La Crosse football team has a new man in charge. Michael Zweifel has been hired as the 15th head coach in program history. Zweifel is very familiar with the program as he's been an assistant for the last 4 seasons, leading the defense and special teams units. In his time with the Eagles, the team has gone 36-11, won 2 conference titles, and made the NCAA D3 playoffs each season. Under his direction, 15 players have been named to all WIAC selections, including 10 first-teamers. UWL led the league in passing defense a season ago. He graduated from the University of Dubuque back in 2011, which was the season he was awarded the Gallardi Trophy, which is given to the best player in Division III football. Zweifel replaces Matt Janis, who was hired as Northern Michigan University's head football coach back on January 5th. He will be officially introduced as head coach tomorrow at 11 in the multi-purpose room in Hetzel Fieldhouse. To the hardwood we go. Southeast Conference foes doing battle tonight in Houston. After trading buckets early on, a shot from beyond the arc from Brevin Tolofsrud starts up a run that finishes just a few minutes later as Cougar senior Kale Wangsness is going to clean up the boards, put his team up by 10. But just before the end of the half, Hurricanes, Atrio Florin storming their way back, cutting the deficit to just 4 points, but Abel Canton would respond in the second half, putting up 43 points to take back the lead, and they rocket past Houston 70-49 on the road. Kickapoo boys looking to lock up their first conference title since 1997 tonight, and it was all smiles for that man right there. Malachi McCauley first weaving his way down the lane for the bucket, now just 2 points away from the 1,000-point mark, and it wouldn't take long. McCauley is going to knock it down from the corner, and the whole gym goes crazy for the young man. Weston would keep it close. Jacob Keller spins and hits the triple. But he can't spoil this night for the home crowd. Jeff Olson finds Arlen Walter down low, and it's just him and the rim. Then McCauley, showing he can do more than just score, finds the open Adric Eggy for the bucket. Panthers are Ridge and Valley champs for the first time in 29 years as they cruise to victory 99-27. I don't think there was much doubt, but after a past week with 2 wins over premier teams in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers are back in the top 25 rankings. Greg Gard's team became the first team to record 3 top 10 wins this season, and one of those including a 21-point thrashing of Michigan State back on Friday, which was Wisconsin's largest margin of victory against a top 10 team ever. At number 24, it's the Badgers' first time being ranked since November 17th, and John Blackwell says they are a scary team if the threes continue to fall the way they have been.
I mean, when the threes are dropping in, we're a very hard team to guard, especially when we're defending. Yeah, and then when the offense is falling like that, and we're playing like that, and we're sharing the ball, like the one more, I don't know who hit it, Aussie, where we just shared the ball. That's Wisconsin basketball. That's who we are.
And Nick Boyd, who hit 5 of Bucky's 15 threes in that contest, has been named Big Ten Player of the Week because he averaged 27 points, 4.5 assists per game in those 2 wins. He's now hit 20 or more points in 6 straight games. And after trading away 3 infield pieces, the Brewers have officially signed Luis Rengifo to a 1-year deal worth $3.5 million. Rengifo is rumored to be the likely starting third baseman for Milwaukee this season. Last year with the Angels, he had 9 home runs, drove in 43 RBIs, and hit .238. He's expected to join the team for the first full squad workout, which is tomorrow. Nice. Exciting times. Brewers getting closer. UWL hiring a coach, football team. Badgers playing well too, so a lot to be happy about.
A lot of good news in Wisconsin going on right now.
Can't complain.
Nope. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
In a world that can tear kids down, every child needs someone who builds them up. That's why Buygoff and Rohde proudly sponsors Big Brothers Big Sisters to match kids with their own mentor, because every child deserves a champion.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Well, hello. Yes, that's right. You read it right. It is the 28th annual Early Bird Home Show here at the Board Store. We've got great values on all your home improvements: windows, doors, kitchens, bathrooms, siding, sunrooms. Greatest prices of the year. Yes, you can begin improving your home and improving your life by coming to the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
You can see it. His potential, that is. You see it even when he may not. You see that the things that spark his interest today will in time ignite the things he pursues tomorrow. And ultimately, help him reach new heights. All he needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities, unlimited opportunity.
It's the final days of one of our biggest sales. Get this Ashley sofa for just $339. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get this reclining sofa for just $499. A Lazy Boy recliner for just $399. Get a Sealy Posturepedic mattress for just $799 with a free adjustable base. Pay no interest for up to 60 months on select purchases with approved credit. The huge President's Day sale at Slumberland. Final days, don't miss it.
When your nest empties, you can fill a child's life with purpose. Big Brothers Big Sisters bridges generations through mentorship. Bygoff and Rohde changes lives through justice. Because one mentor can change everything.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
It was a tail-wagging good time in Sioux Falls over the weekend.
Yeah, Simon the Wiener Dog claimed victory at the 19th annual Sioux Nation Pet Clinic Wiener Dog race Saturday, and it looks like they're on a hockey rink. Simon advanced from 2 qualifying heats to the Final Four championship race, starting on the right of your screen, then sliding to the finish line. Interesting they're having it on ice.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, extra challenge to try and get traction out there. See a wiener dog sliding across.
Huh.
You know, it's still in the midst of
more
hockey
entertaining
season as well.
that way to see them sliding into one another.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As opposed to putting them out on a field like in England.
Yeah.
On an ice rink.
This is way better. More in the spirit of the Olympics too, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah. Winter Olympics. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
If you have aging or cracked sewer lines that need to be replaced, choose Maxwell White. We make sewer replacements a stress-free process and make sure your lines are good to go for many years to come. For a limited time only, we're offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Get 1.9% financing on this Silverado LT. Or get $5,350 total value plus $3,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
The hot, crispy filet o fish. You either love it or you haven't tried it yet.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Thinking of updating my kitchen. Thinking of redoing our kitchen. We are finally updating our kitchen.
For all those people who never seem to get around to
Breakfast note.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving. Really?
Really? At home or in person. That's guidance from Chase.
Hey, Dominic here. Welcome to Please Me. Let me show you where the magic happens. We make all of our blends right here at the Please Me store on Ward Avenue. From the careful measuring of ingredients, to the thorough mixing, to the filling, right down to the sealing, labeling, and packaging. Stop in, look over our selection of over 40 different blends, and try some samples at our Pleasing Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse.
From clogged drains to new faucet installations, we've got you covered. Since 1994, we've served homeowners across the area to make sure their plumbing is done right. So call us today and see what done right looks like for your home's plumbing.
All right, still mild tomorrow, just maybe not as much as we saw today. More wind and more clouds. The rain comes back in Tuesday night. A lot of areas will see quite a wet conditions Tuesday night, and snow will be more of a picture going Thursday night into Friday. And yes, we're back to the 30s, even 20s too, as we go towards the weekend. But the good news, it kind of flips back around maybe next week a little bit too.
42 next Tuesday.
Yeah, not bad. Something to look forward to. That'll do it for us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.